Hey everyone, this is Miss Valentine, and you are watching the AP Environmental Science Weekly Rundown for the week of October 26th through November 1st. We're going to look at our checklist as usual and our assignments on Schoology. I just wanted to note that I extended the Chapter 5 reading quiz to Tuesday this week because AP Classroom was down all weekend for maintenance. So this week we're going to focus on the human population. We talked all about the populations in nature last week. And you're also going to do some math calculations related to both natural populations and the human population. So let's take a look here. The structure of the week is going to be very similar to last week. We've got a few crash course videos for you to watch, and those of you in class will actually watch those in class. There was just one video last week. This week we have two different videos. If you're at home, you're going to take notes on a piece of notebook paper. Just make sure that you write the title of each video and then your 10 notes on that notebook paper. If you are in class, you can write it on the back of your daily log instead. So the first video is Crash Course on Human Population Growth, and that is a follow-up from last week's video on population ecology. And then we actually have a Crash Course World History video on population sustainability, and Malthus, who is I think he was an economist who talked about population growth back in the 1800s. There is a quiz question about Malthus and his ideas on population. So you definitely want to watch this video and then take your 10 notes before you take the quiz. All right. The other items in the folder for this week include the human population dynamics video notes. And similar to what we've been doing, you guys will fill out the handout that you picked up at school while you watch the notes presentation video. There are no pit stops in the notes, but there are problems, math problems that we'll do either in class. I'll pause the video, or I recommend that you pause the video at home if you're watching this so that you can do the math problems and get the practice that you need for them before you do your population math practice later in the week. The NGL Sync reading and outlining is recommended, of course, though not required for an outline. I do recommend you read it, though, before you do your APES assignment for the week on Chapter 6. You'll notice I actually do not have a nature journal on this week, which I know might make some people sad. The weather isn't looking too great for this week anyway, but I didn't want to add that on top of this population math practice. This is a handout that you picked up in the classroom. And there are a number of different math problems that will use the equations that you got during the notes presentation. So to earn full credit for your questions, you do need to show the formula, the correct substitution, and then circle the answers with the correct units. It used to be that you had to do this without a calculator, but now the AP test does not prohibit calculators. So you guys can use that while you're working on these problems. When you finish the problems, I actually have posted the key so that you can check your answers. Now, I know it might be tempting to just go in and copy the key, but I highly recommend doing the math problems on your own first and only referring to the key if you run into trouble or at the end when you want to check your answers. That's because you want to be able to know how to do these calculations when you come upon an AP test question related to these problems. All right, so no nature journal this week. You do have the two crash course videos, and then the Chapter 6 reading quiz. I was only able to find 10 questions that didn't require the lockdown browser software in AP Classroom. So your quiz this week is shortened to 10 questions in 20 minutes, which I think will be useful because there are a lot of graphs involved in this quiz, and you'll want to be able to interpret those, and there may even be a little bit of math involved. So that's about it for this week. Please don't hesitate to reach out to me if you guys have any questions at all, and I will talk to you all soon.